Hi, I'm Sherry Hudson, and I would like to ask you one question. Are you hosting webinars but struggling to get people to sign up? If so, you are not alone. A lot of times, webinar creators skip one critical step, and that is to define very, very clearly who their audience is for, what it's for, and why it matters. Webinars, they often fail because really nobody signs up or very few people sign up. And one of the main reasons is your audience doesn't know that it's for them. In this demo, I'm going to walk you through our Event Architect Studio and help you to solve one of those problems. It's going to help you define your audience and your outcome. You'll be able to clearly write an audience statement that makes people say, this webinar is for me. You're going to be able to translate that into a registration page headline, subtitle, bullets, and a call to action. And then you're going to be able to review and refine that registration page. It's one of the really amazing features of this system that I think you'll really like. By the end of this short video, you're going to know exactly how to fix one of the problems that kills webinar signups. And you know what? It's just webinars that just fail because they don't have the right system. So we're going to take the time to show you that today. When you first open the Event Architect Studio, you're going to see this main page. It's going to welcome you, and it's going to show you and ask you what type of event you would like. And today we've already talked about webinars, and so the first thing we're going to choose is online. And then we'll jump down, we've already typed that in. And what type of online event do we want to have? There's obviously a number of them that we can choose, but we are going to choose webinar, which I did, and you can put things into the chat here, type them in, or you can speak into your microphone and upload your conversations that way. We already know we want a webinar. Great choice, absolutely. The very next question in our planning stage is the audience, who it is for. If you don't really know or really are unclear about who your audience is, you can go ahead and put in the chat, you know what, I'm not really sure, but in this case, we are going to put in that our sample audience, it's independent consultants who struggle to get clients consistently online. So it has given us our statement back to us. And then it's the why. Again, if you don't really clearly know what your why is, go ahead and put it in the chat. It will help you walk through that. It could be lead generation, authority building, sales conversion, and so forth. But in this case, in our sample, we want our audience to have a simple system to attract and book more clients, but we don't want to have to pay for advertising. Well, it's a pretty good why. At least the system thinks so. And it has some value promise. We've got our agenda, and now we want our registration page, which is the reason why we are going through this process. So it's recapping so far. We've got our webinar, who our audience is, and what our outcome is. The next part of the planning stage is the date and time. We're not going to worry about that right now, but as you're building your event, these are some of the steps that you would want to go to. I want it to give me an audience statement, and so I've asked for that, and it's given us an audience statement. This webinar is designed for independent consultants who are highly skilled in their field, but they struggle to attract clients consistently online. They often feel frustrated by the unpredictable feast or famine cycle, and many are tired of guru advice that pushes expensive ads or complex funnels. What they want most is a simple, reliable system to consistently book clients, one that works without having to pay for advertising. So now we know exactly what the audience wants. The system does ask for a value proposition statement if that's something you want to do. But right now, we are going to translate the information, the audience who, and the outcome into a registration page messaging. We've asked for that. And this is the first draft that you can plug right into your landing page. It's got our headline, our subheadline, the pain and desire hook, what your audience is going to learn, who it's for, a call to action, and a place to register where you would put your link. And So it's got your sections, your flow, visuals, and you can copy and paste that right into your sales funnel. And this is how your webinar registration would lay out. Again, your hero section, your headline, subheadline, your CTA, why join, what you'll learn, who it's for, your host, bio, credibility, and trust to meet your host, a final call to action at the bottom of your page. And now what has it done? Very, very quickly, basically in the time that it's taken me to show you, it's highly converting registration page, so it's got everything there that you need. You can also write a confirmation page as well as email sequences, and it will do that automatically for you. But I wanted to give you an example of a generic, vague, or boring registration page that if maybe you didn't use this system. And this is an example of a weak registration page, so it's pretty boring. There's not a lot of information there, and most of you wouldn't do this, but I'm doing this for demonstration purposes. And then why this doesn't work. It's too broad, there's no emotional hook, there's a generic promise, and it's a weak call to action. And so you can compare that then to what the boring funnel page would look like and the after. So it's so much better. You're going to get a lot better results. One of the things though that I wanted to do, which I think is really unique to this system, is that you can take your registration page that either you've created or one that the system has created and ask it to review it. And that's exactly what I did, to give me the pros and cons and what we could do to improve it. And you can take it or leave it. You don't have to do anything differently, but these are just ways to help improve. And it's given me an analysis of the registration page that it created for me. So it gave me the strengths, audience specific, pain and desire driven, a clear promise, a structured flow, and a strong CTA language. But it also pointed out a few, what in its opinion anyway, of weaknesses, so that the benefit list could be sharper, it lacks social proof, the host bio could be stronger, the urgency is mild, missing visual contrast. And then it gives me an idea of some ways to improve it, to sharpen the benefits into outcomes, add proof and credibility, strengthen the host bio, inject urgency and scarcity, and add a visual CTA anchor. So these are a few ways that you can improve your registration and getting people to know who it's for and why they need to attend. If you've liked this short video demonstration, I hope you'll like it and follow me on YouTube. One great thing about anytime event a person has purchased any one of our GPT Studios, they are also eligible to join our private community called Spark Lounge, where you can ask questions, upload visuals, how you've used the system, and it's just a great community to help everyone else in the community to know how you are using the systems and how it can benefit each other. I want to thank you for watching this short video, and there will be more videos as well in the future about this system. Thank you for watching.